Hey, I'm Christiani Pitts, and you're listening to The Art of Kindness.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to The Art of Kindness, where we have compassionate conversations with artists from all areas of the entertainment industry who are using their voice to spread joy and make this big spinning planet in the universe a better place to be. I'm Robert Peterpaul, and I'm so glad you're here. Hello, friends. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving with your loved ones. I know I did. And wowee! Am I thankful for leftovers, including cake. Yes, oddly, I had a lot of cake over Thanksgiving, and they weren't turkey-shaped, which was even more odd. But we had a lot of birthdays to celebrate, including my mom's and our Aunt Linda and Uncle Jack. Happy birthdays! Luckily, all I had to do was slice up the cake and carry it over to my place at the table. Today's guest, well, she's carrying cake across New York City. CHRISTIANI Pitts can currently be seen in the new musical comedy Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York, which opened on Broadway this season and is being decorated with scrumptious reviews. This interview is a little time capsule of the extra sweet moment right before CHRISTIANI started her run. And we had a blast. CHRISTIANI previously starred in A Bronx Tale and as Ann Darrow in the Broadway musical King Kong. On screen, she's appeared in shows like STARZ's Power Book 3, The Good Fight, Elementary, as well as the Netflix feature Resort to Love. I truly cannot wait for you to hear this profound and all-around, that kind of rhymed, delightful conversation. We give you all the flavors. This cake has many tiers. I hope you'll join us for more fun on social media at Art of Kindness Pod and at Rob Peterpaul, as well as our YouTube channel, which is popping off. You can watch full video conversations on there, my friends. Now, without further ado, let's slice up a piece of cake and sit down with the kind CHRISTIANI Pitts. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I just popped a Grethers. I'm like,
Yes. Come on, clear throat.
I love your sweater.
Thank you. It's a little something, something. I also just got my hair cut. I'm looking at myself in the thing. I'm like, oh, who is she? Who is it?
You're looking good. Yeah.
I feel like I don't even know who I am, but
You look great.
also, I love your podcast. I love it. I was listening to it last night.
Thank
I was listening to, I listened to the Norm Lewis episode and it like lulled. It was at, midnight and it was like lulling me. So I had to wake up. It started again. It was so good.
Oh, thank you. What a special person. I loved getting to talk with Norm. Talk about a class act of kindness. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate that. We're thrilled to have you on. I gotta say, CHRISTIANI, I saw you in King Kong and you reigned supreme in that show. I was gonna say Queen Kong, but then I watched the incredibly moving interview you had with your father and he already took that. So I guess I just said it too. But you know what? I walked away from that show. Obviously, the puppet is dazzling, but to compete with a puppet of that caliber and sort of have audience members walk away saying, who is that? This human being is equally as just marvelous as this giant creation. I mean, insane. So that's kind of what
Appreciate you.
how I connected with you and first got to see you. And I just wanted to share that. I think you're so talented. Oh my gosh. And you seem like such a kind soul. So I'm thrilled you're here today. Thank you.
I'm so happy I really appreciate you saying that. And that was a journey, a beast, if you will. So I'm glad. I really am glad to hear you say that. Thank you.
Yeah, I had some mutual friends that worked at the show and, I know it was just even a longer process because people would want to go on stage and take pictures with the puppet after the show. And it was sort of like a theme park in that way too.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
And that's a lot.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get into a smaller show today, which is awesome. So maybe you'll have a different experience, although it's certainly already making waves. Before we get there, though, you said you listened, which is really kind. You may already know. I like to start the show by asking, how are you at receiving compliments?
Mhm. I don't think I'm great. I don't think I'm great. Well, I shouldn't say
Really?
that, but I will often, like, immediately put it back on the other person and find something that you've got that I'm like, and I like your that you know what I mean? Like, I just
Yeah,
think
I
it's
get that.
really awkward. But, yeah, I mean, it's nice to hear, but it makes me a little awkward.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I'm always awkward. I have resting awkward face. I'm sure you've already seen it at this point, but I get that. It's tough. But
Yeah.
it is nice because I know when I give someone a compliment, I want them to feel it. So it's a tricky journey to learn just to say thank you. And
Mhm.
you're about to get so much of that. The stage door, you're going to be filled with compliments and love. So report back on the journey there.
I will.
We're here to talk about kindness today. And I would love to know, what is your definition of kindness and how do you think it's evolved over the years?
Mm. I think for me, being kind is using your heart to show up for somebody in some way
Mm,
without expecting like anything back. And I that feels so clear to me because I used to conflate kindness and like niceness of being nice.
yeah.
And they're so different.
Yeah.
They are so different. And I yeah, I really appreciate when people are like so kind. Or
Mm,
when something happens and I'm like, "Oh my God, they did not have to do that. They did that
mm,
out of the kindness of their heart." You know what I mean? Like people say.
yeah.
But I think it's this thing where like it's not about it's not conditional. It's not like it's not about what you can do for me. It just it comes from my heart and it
Yeah.
happened. Yeah. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's a
Yeah.
beautiful definition.
Right.
Especially as I looked up your name for some reason and it means anointed one. Did
I
you
know
know that?
that's right. I didn't
Yeah.
know that, but baby, I didn't know that. Anointed one?
Anointed one. I mean,
Yes.
this
That's
is
crazy.
AI Google, so don't hold me to it, but from it's now on a podcast recorded, so
Period.
it's what it means. We're going to run with that.
I gotta say, if the creators of Two Strangers are watching this, they're gonna get a kick out of that because and I promise you I didn't know that. But when I was auditioning for it and I heard the song This Is the Place, and there's a line where she says, "This is a church," and then there's an organ, baby.
Mm.
I said,
Oh,
that is a very anointed, that is a very anointed chord. That's a very anointed moment in the show. And there are these like, British guys who are like, well, I don't know. What does that mean? Like they were like, what do you mean by that? I said, y'all don't get it. Like and I kept using anointed throughout the rehearsal process.
wow.
Yeah. So I didn't know that.
That's
That's very
wild.
funny.
Yeah, and that's not really a word that kind of just rolls off people's tongues on the daily. I mean, that's a
No,
very specific word.
no,
So there's something
yes.
there.
Yes. And you should save it for when it is, because not everything is. You know what I mean?
Okay, opening night, we need to bring you a cake that says anointed or something
Yes.
and travel across that to you with the cake. Look at this sweater. I didn't even see the arms. Oh my gosh, the
She here?
detail. I love that. Yeah. It's giving chic Grinch. No,
It's
I mean
giving chic.
it's
What's his name who lives in the garbage? Yes.
oh yeah,
It's giving
Grouch. Oscar the
awesome.
Grouch. It's giving Oscar the Grouch. Let's manifest that. And speaking of, we have a surprise guest. No, I wish that would be so cool.
Would you imagine?
I know that you've been obsessed, I heard, with performing since you were a kid, and we share that in common, all things creative and arts. And
Yes.
speaking of kindness from the heart and what you were just talking about, is there an act of kindness that you feel like early on changed your trajectory and got you on this path as an artist that you're on today?
Oh, that is such a good question. Okay, something that comes to my mind is my high school drama teacher, Linda
Mm,
Stevenson, may she rest in peace, was the most incredible one. Like I was so scared of her my entire high school, like my all 4 years, I was terrified of her, but I
yeah,
loved her so much and I wanted her to like me. So I was doing kind of what I was talking about earlier, things that were like nice, things that were like
yeah.
not really rooted in like they weren't genuine. I just wanted her to
Mm.
like me really bad. And then I think that made her harder on me because she was like, what is this fake sugar honey iced tea that you're doing? You know what I mean? Like, what is this? Like,
Yeah,
I'm trying to get
yeah.
past it. So I was like, oh, she hits me, but it's fine. Senior year, we're doing Aida. And when we were in
Mm,
rehearsal, she always wore these beautiful bangles from, I think she got them in Ghana, and she always wore them. And one day I was like, oh, Miss Stevenson, can I wear those? Like, for the
mm.
show? Like, they just feel very, and she was like, no, girl. What? Like, no, absolutely not. I was like, that's fine. We finished the show. They bring like flowers up for the seniors. Like some of the underclassmen bring flowers up, and Miss Stevens
Yeah.
is talking about the seniors and how lovely it's been. And then she brings me my flowers, and she takes these bangles off of her wrist, and she like puts them on. Baby, I
Oh.
I was I cried. It was I was so moved by. For me, that was like
Mm.
the ultimate act of like, this is for you. Go on and be great. Go on and change. It was just it was like
Yeah.
the ultimate thing of kindness, and it made me feel like I could do, like I'm ready. It was I
Yeah.
don't know what it was, a physical thing, but it literally made me feel like, oh, baby, I'm going to Broadway. Yeah, I just felt so
Yes. Yes.
fast.
Yeah. The
And
bangle was anointed with more than maybe she knew.
correct, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, Linda Stevenson, the ultimate. Oh my
Wow.
goodness, yeah, yeah.
In acting class, this sounds so like, what am I explaining acting class to anybody?
Oh,
But
please, let's talk about it.
do you know that thing in acting class where they say imbue an object with
Mm,
history or experience? That's what
mm.
came to mind there. It's like imbuing that bangle with that beautiful story. And it is sort of like armor. It's power
Yes,
to have
yes.
that
Mhm,
from another person,
mhm.
especially a teacher. Shout out to teachers. I mean,
Yes. Yep.
they
And
deserve a lot
that
more in this
theater
life.
bug from a young age, like
Yeah.
it's important to pour into, especially, the ones that you can tell like are not doing this for anybody's elective or for anybody, like they
Mm.
love it.
Yeah.
That's why she was teaching. That's why she was so hard on me. Because she was like,
Mm.
this isn't just fun for you. Like I can tell there's something else going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Different
show
kinds
off
of
for
kindness
teachers.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out, shout out. And
Yeah.
it reminds me too, speaking of just being an emotional mess when you got the bangle, I was an emotional mess sitting there watching your father interview you about King Kong. I did not know your dad was this TV news
Mm.
legend.
Come on, legend.
What?
Come on, Larry.
Come on, Pitts. B. Pitts is not just Brad Pitt. Well, we got the
No.
S. That doesn't make sense. What have you learned from him about working kind of in this business growing up? Because they're different arenas, but there's a lot of similarities, and ultimately, it's all the same.
Yeah, yeah. And it's so funny. I never looked at him as a creative growing up, which is
Mm,
such a disservice to what he does. Like he is an investigative journalist. He has to not
yeah.
only like find these horribly dark things, but he has to like make people care who wouldn't otherwise care. Like he's a great writer. So I didn't realize that he was a creative until I was an
Yeah.
adult.
And that's what you do with a
Yeah,
character.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And he feels like he could never do what I do. I feel like I could never do what he does. But
Mm.
it's so funny about my dad. He is so big on kindness. He
Oh.
is so big on kindness to the point where like growing up, that was like just a big part of like how do you treat people?
Mm.
We're Southern, so there was a lot of like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. Like he just like
Yeah.
really like embedded like kindness, manners, showing up for people in a certain way. A little bit, I think, rooted in trauma might be a big word, but I think rooted in like
Mm.
survival and like safety. Like,
Yeah.
he's a Black man from the South by way of Baltimore. He then moved to Baltimore, but being
Mm.
kind and like, was a protective mechanism for him. So he was
Mm.
big on that for me and my sisters. And it's paid off because I was able to take the things that I feel like weren't going against who I was as a person, that weren't like genuine, and then keep the
Yeah.
things that I was like, oh yeah, it feels really good to just show up the way you would want somebody to show up for you.
Yeah.
Him and my mom, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, it sounds like you're very lucky to have them. Thank you for
Mm,
sharing that.
mhm.
I wonder, how did that extend to you then entering this industry, which so many wonderful people and wonderful things, but isn't always kind to us when we're starting out.
Yes. Yeah, it's funny. I think that's getting in the business is how I learned the difference between nice and kind. I didn't
Mm.
realize that like I told you earlier, I didn't know that those were different. And I
Yeah.
remember being like very nice because I wanted to be liked by people, but not always moving in a way that was like genuine to my heart because I wanted to play the game to get seen. And
Yeah.
that's what I think is happening with a lot of people. You're being
Yeah.
nice to get something versus like showing up authentically, being kind because it's authentic to who you are, and then what
Yeah.
is for you is for you, and what is so
Mm.
because I was dead set on again, I was raised to be kind, so kindness came naturally, but I was trying even harder to be like nice and be liked, and the business don't care about that. So things would happen, and I'd be like, but, and I learned very quickly, like, that's not what this is about. Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
treat people with kindness, and you have to do the work, and everything else that happens is, you know, is a part of the game. Like,
Yeah.
you can't take things personal. So
Mm.
I don't know. I think I'm still like navigating it a little bit, but yeah, I think I just learned very quickly, like, oh, they don't care about, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah, that's it's a tricky thing, and leading this two-person show is probably going to be a slightly different arena, and I'm sure you'll
yeah.
experience maybe being on the opposite side of that, which could be kind of cool. Maybe judging if someone's being kind to you genuinely, or
Mhm.
because they want a house seat or they want to come backstage or whatever it is. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
So
Yeah. You can, like, see
it's
it so
tricky.
clearly now. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Mhm.
like no matter what, you want to be kind in return,
Yeah.
but there is that, like you just said, that balance of being kind to yourself
Yes, and
at
that's
the end
really
of the
what it
day.
is. That's I
Yeah.
think oh, wait, that you just that's what it is. It's I think when you're so caught up on the trying to be liked and the trying to be accepted, which is such a natural thing to do, you end up
Mm.
being so unkind to yourself that
Yeah.
it would be impossible for you to be genuinely kind to someone else.
Yeah.
I think the pandemic too, everything stopping, and you having to
Mhm.
ask yourself like, uh-oh, like I don't know if you had to ask yourself this, but the who am I if I'm not doing the arts and the things? Like
Oh, yeah.
what? Like
Yeah.
who I had no idea. I had
Yeah.
no idea. Like
Mhm.
so a lot of learning and being kind to myself. Woo,
Yeah,
the work.
recentering someone said to me on this podcast once, the recentering for them is, "What am I doing this all for?"
Mm,
It sort of, like, recenters you of not just the sense of you and your love for it, but
yeah.
the people, your community, your team,
Yes,
which isn't
yes.
just your agents and your publicists, it's your mom, it's your friends, it's the people that lift you up, so that's helped me recently. I mean, learning from people like yourself on this show is an invaluable experience because in these times, we need kindness more than ever, like on multiple fronts. Ourselves, we need to give it more. And
Yes.
I'm grateful that you're sharing a lot of this here today. But of course, we got to talk about kindness in the cake. The kindness is
Yes.
in the frosting.
Yeah.
Let's ice this cake. Two strangers carry a
Mhm.
cake across New York. How, which honestly sounds like my Thursday, how are you
Yeah.
feeling? And what's your mindset, I guess, going into what I'm sure is going to be such an amazing adventure?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel excited. I feel like, um, what a blessing. Like,
Mm.
what a blessing. I keep forgetting. I'll tell somebody about the show and I'll be describing it and then say, wait, wait, wait. So it's just y'all two? And then I forget. And I feel this weird pressure for like 5 seconds because I'm like, oh God, it is just, but the show is so not that. It's
Mm.
so much bigger than these two people. It's this big world, and these two people are doing their best to function around it, which is like literally what we're all doing. So it doesn't
Yeah.
feel the weight of like, oh God, it's a two-hander. I don't feel that. I feel like
Mm.
I am so excited to get up there and tell this person's truth. This character, Robin, who I love, so I've like, she feels like she would be my homegirl. She feels like she would be
Mm.
like in my sister's circle. Like she's just such a real person that deserves like the spotlight. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm
Yeah.
just
I
like,
love that.
let's go. Like I'm ready to get back to it. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I think for some people, when they hear the word kindness, it isn't always associated with, I guess, being real, being truthful. And I haven't seen the
Mm.
show. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've gathered, your character is more of the grounded, sort of gritty kind of,
Hmm.
and then there's sort of like this Buddy the Elf, can't wait to be in New York City vibe,
Yeah.
which again, can't wait to see it. How do you treat a character with kindness when, I mean, you just said you're in love with her, but when maybe you don't agree with some of the decisions they're making or what they're
Uh,
saying, like, is that big for you, approaching a character with empathy?
yes. Yes. It's huge. I'll find myself too sometimes, which I'm like, especially in this two-hander, I care so deeply about her that that something will
Mm.
be on the page and we'll be going back and forth like, well, yeah, but like I'm in defense mode of her. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
Yeah.
I don't want her to be misunderstood. I don't want her to be, and
Mm.
I had to like let that go because she is in a she's in a complicated place where she doesn't necessarily understand herself a lot of the times. So you said it so beautifully earlier about being kind to yourself. Robin's not good at that. Like, she's really not good at that. And she doesn't
Yeah.
know that she's not good at it. She hasn't even given
Yeah.
herself the time to think about it. So I feel like in this weird, like, this is okay. This is a bit of a rabbit hole. Go with me here.
Let's go. I got my bunny shoes on. I'm hopping.
So I have well, she's now 3. She turned 3 2 days ago. I have a 3-year-old.
Oh,
And
happy birthday.
thanks, Sor. She, my little Libra girl. And okay, so I have a 3-year-old in real life. This character, Robin, is very disconnected from her inner child. She's very disconnected and like desperately wants to figure out how to get back to that happiness she had as a kid. I've never resonated with something more. When I had my daughter and I could see happiness in real time bouncing around, it made me confront my own unhappiness in a way that I've just never experienced. So when I'm working on this character, I almost feel like I'm mothering her in a very weird way, like outside of myself. Like every turn I see where she's like, oh, if she just loved herself a little bit more, she wouldn't have done that. Oh, and so it's like this weird push and pull of being authentically her and then trying to get her to where she needs to be by the end of the show. And I feel like I can only do that because I'm someone's mom now. It's so weird.
Wow, that's really cool.
It's very like this, very kind of loopy, but it's wild. And it is rooted in like being so kind to yourself. And you see someone who the world hasn't gotten to them yet. So they only know to be kind to themselves. Like that's it. They got, you know?
You should, not you should, but you could teach an acting class all about, I guess, like approaching characters with motherly love, because that is sort of the highest form of love, one of them in my opinion. And obviously, and approaching characters in that way, that is approaching them with love and not judging them and empathy. I think that's so cool. And it also reminded me of something I've worked on over the years, which is just getting back to your inner child in the sense of why we love doing what we do. Because you enter this industry and then all of a sudden the business things, you take classes and all these things are in your brain and you're like, oh, it's TV, don't move my face. Oh, it's Broadway, and stuff that doesn't really matter. And you kind of lose that childlike sense of being on the playground and just, you are the character. You didn't do like 20 hours of prep. You're just like, you're the whatever, the dragon. And I think it's cool you would say that. Like, is that something you feel like I know you mentioned it briefly, but had to face in your own career as an actor, sort of like letting little Christiani come out, anointing her?
Yes. You know, as an actor, she's so present. My younger self, it's a little creepy, but because I wanted to go to Broadway so bad as a kid, my younger self was always like, yes, you know what I mean? Like
I love that.
Like so present. Yeah. It's when I am not performing that I have to, you know what I mean? Like it's in those in-betweens that I have to remind myself of like, what else? Because I played sports as a kid. Like there's a lot of other things I did that I really loved. So it's outside of the work that I have to connect to my inner self. When I'm working, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm, 8 years old again, getting my sisters downstairs to learn this 2-step so we could put it on our, you know what I mean? Like
I love that.
Yeah,
I get that. That was like me making little fake tickets and putting on a magic show without really a plan on the living room, table and making everyone sit down. And then I'm just like waving a wand. Like, what am I really doing? But
fake tickets is everything.
That's the fun of it. I did I also had a mini library. I would put index cards and books and like let my family check them out. There was no organization, but yeah.
I live. You said there's a system, babe. There's a system. You have your
There was. People would come over for play dates and I'm like, we're making a short film. And they're like, dude, I just wanted to like ride a bike. And I'm like, you ready for your close up?
We would have been locked in.
I would have loved
had
that.
A full production company by now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes. It could have been called Kid at Heart or something. Yeah. We'll talk. We'll make it happen. I love that. Beep, beep, beep. Well, okay. First of all, though, you got to lead this new Broadway show, and leading a show, let alone on Broadway, is no joke. And I know you don't feel that pressure, which is amazing. I just wonder, from a kindness standpoint, what are the things you think about as a leader, as someone high up on the call sheet going into this? Is that something you're kind of percolating?
Yes. Yep. And the thing that just came to my mind just now when you just asked me that is like listening. I feel like it's so
Mm.
important when you're higher up on a call, when you're in some sort of position of like, some eyes are on you.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people are listening to you, and people at the top forget to listen. Like they often
Yeah.
forget to listen to other people, and I think that's like my thing in this space is to listen to, obviously, our directors, our creators, absolutely, but
Yeah.
our wardrobe department, our lights, our our front of house, everybody, just like like engage in genuine conversations and like listen to where everybody's coming from.
Yeah.
That is like, I think that's the, I'm not going to say the only way to go, but I feel like that's the way that I'm going to try to move. We did the show at ART before coming here.
Mm.
I mean, Cambridge, it was just so awesome. And I
Yeah.
got to know so many people from every department in a way that I realized, like, oh, the way to really get this thing going, the way to really get this cake across the street, for like, you know what I mean, is to like,
Yeah.
everybody has to like be equally invested and like inspired, and everybody has ideas and like, so it was just listening to everybody was like, it informed everything. Like, it informed
I love
everything.
that. Yeah, you can't carry a giant cake across New York City if you're not listening to your partner. You can't make a cake with somebody else if you're not listening to each other. You know what I mean? So
Okay. Okay.
I think that's super special. And it kind of speaks to the theme of the show, which,
Yeah.
from what I gathered again, is like these two different perspectives coming together. And your partner in this is Sam Tuddy,
Hmm.
who has been with the show for a while now.
Yes.
Talk me through the kindness of Sam and how you two are working together or carrying things together.
Okay. So he probably, I don't know how he'll feel about me saying this, but you know, it's so funny about Sam. In real life, I feel like he's closer to Robin and I'm closer to Dougal
Mm,
in a lot of ways. And then in real life, he is very much also Dougal in a lot of ways. But like, he's such a kind person. And we got really close in rehearsal, and things would happen. For example, we take an Uber together from rehearsal, and I would be in the Uber as myself, but very much like Dougal, my
mm,
interaction with the Uber driver, and he's over there interacting like Robin, and we'd laugh because we're like, oh wait, this is actually really funny. Like it's acting. Like it doesn't, you know what I mean? We are not these
yeah.
people for real. But he's still very kind. He just is
Mm,
actually, kind of like yeah, he's just very grounded and rooted in a way where he's like very just sure of a lot
mm,
of things. And so he doesn't put on any of like unnecessary niceties in a way that I think is so special. He also has
yeah.
had such an interesting like intro to the business because he won an Olivier really kind of out the
Mm,
bat. And that's a lot of
mm,
like pressure, and that's a lot on somebody
yeah.
so young and like fresh in a lot of ways. So to have all that happen and him still be like just rooted in the work, grounded in the work,
Mm,
like describing him as kind, honestly feels like an understatement. Like he just
mm.
is, yeah, he's something else. And I'm so happy we get along. Cause baby,
Me
can you
too.
imagine? Oh,
Yeah, that carrying a cake with somebody, I don't know what would happen. That cake would land on the ground, probably. I don't
ah!
think it could work if you didn't get along. That would not be
No,
good.
no,
Yeah.
mm-mm, mm-mm. It's because
And
it's
that's
just,
something you do have to navigate in this business sometimes
oh
is
yeah.
how to, but you know what? I do think unkindness or like a mean person, it's almost synonymous with misunderstanding.
Mm,
Because if you
mm,
don't understand someone, you just think they're being mean. But
mhm,
if you have their perspective or you learn more about them, you at least understand why they're acting the way they're acting. And it might still not be that they're making good decisions, but you sort of, it's like, building a character, have that understanding.
mhm.
So I'm glad you two get along because that'd be a rough
Be
journey.
hard. It'd be hard. And there's
Yeah.
so much trust that has to happen with each other on that stage. We just, and sometimes if you're not really rocking with somebody, it's hard. I don't really want to make eye contact with you. And now we're on different, so, we're professionals. So I think we could get it done,
Yeah.
but there's this like there's this energy that
Yes.
anybody who's
I've
seen the
experienced.
show,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. People like talk about it. They feel it from their seats. So I'm
Yeah.
happy we have that because,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's amazing. And I mean it's really cool to have this story come out in this time
Mhm.
because, again, it centers on two people with completely different outlooks on the world and on life. And one is coming from another country and sort of has rose-colored lenses on about New York City, and the other one's, living there. And it's almost like it seems like a Glinda Elphaba dynamic in some
Mhm.
ways.
Mhm.
So, what has being a part of this story so far taught you about finding common ground with strangers?
Ooh.
So I think we all could use a little lesson in that.
Oh, yes, we could. That's such a good question.
It's
Uh,
a tough one.
it
I
it
think it's
is, it is.
a process.
There's something we realized when we were doing, like, table work once, that it's so easy to look at Robin's character and feel like she is closed off and, like, avoidant and not
Mm.
open and just like this. And then we're, like, just doing table work, and we realize that, like, oh, Dougal is doing the exact same thing.
Oh.
I ask him a question, and then he'll completely, like, switch the subject, and it because he's so high energy and, um, and has such a warm spirit, it doesn't seem like he's closed off, but he's doing it the whole
Mm.
show. So, I think we learned that, like, in order for people with differences to find some common ground, there's, like, a vulnerability that has to happen that strangers are just too afraid to have, which I
Yeah.
understand. Who wants to be
Yeah.
vulnerable with a stranger? Like, I
I
I
know.
I get it, but I think I'm learning, like, to at least observe the guards that I put up in my own life when I'm not sure of who someone is. Like, at least observe it and then wonder, like,
Yeah.
"Huh, that's weird. I have no idea who that person is." And I
Yeah.
just made the, you know what I mean? I just randomly, like, am talking different and, like,
Yeah.
"No,
Yeah.
why
It's
do
the
I do
awareness.
that?" Yeah.
Yeah. And like the masks we all put on with like different people in our lives or
Yes.
different situations. And it could be vulnerable even just to say hi to a stranger on the street.
1000%. When especially in New York, some people,
Yeah.
I'm from the South. When I moved to New York, I would very much do that, speak to everybody. And
Yeah.
sometimes people would look at me like, "Are you good?
Yes.
Are you okay?" Like,
Yeah, we're the same. During the pandemic, I had the mask on. I'm like, "Hi." They're like, "Oh my God, call the police."
they said,
I'm like,
"Sir,
"No, I'm just saying hi. It's a
please
lot."
back up." Yeah.
And that's a kindness thing too. It's like some people might not experience you stopping to say hi as like kindness. Like it's so personal for everybody
Yes.
that finding
Yes.
these ways to unite and have common ground is special. So I'm glad that's the theme of the show because I
Mhm.
think I would love to talk to you later after the show comes out and just see like you're probably going to experience so many people leaving as a community versus like the
Mhm.
different folks coming in together.
Yes.
That's the one thing that's special about theater is especially when it's centered on a theme like this. It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
people might leave kind of helping each other or smiling at each other or eating cake
Absolutely.
together.
Yes, they will, and, like, like, laughing together and
Yeah.
crying together too. There's a lot of tears, but it's like, yeah, definitely a sense of community, and we found that with each other. Like, I was absolutely ready to be the outsider because here are these people who've been working on the show for years,
Mm.
and, I felt in love. I hadn't heard the show before I auditioned, but when I got the audition, I started listening, and I was like, "Oh." It was so I was obsessed with the soundtrack. It was so good.
Yeah.
Dejana Gift, who played the role in the West End, she's just incredible. Like she's just so I remember coming in very like nervous and like, okay,
Mm.
here I go. And it took up like us, meaning myself and the creatives and Sam, like getting to know each other, being like super vulnerable, dropping guards down as much as, possible to like get
Mm.
comfortable to do the work. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It took, we have to
Yeah.
do that within the
Yeah.
show. We have to do it.
Yeah.
We're all very different. So it was like, yeah,
Mm.
it's cool.
It's the common ground of working on that show together, which is another reason why I love theater. It brings people together.
It does from all
I
walks of
mean,
life.
we need everybody. You kind of touched on it a little bit, but I believe he's in love with this ideal of New York City, and
Mhm.
it made me wonder what's sort of your relationship with having ideals or building up experiences and expectations like before the Broadway show even happens. I feel like that can be tricky in this career, like coming in with the awe of musical theater and then you quickly learn things and you're grounded. How do you navigate that? Because our minds are so powerful that sometimes we can like future trip and then it does us a disservice.
Oh my goodness, that is such a good question. I am so happy
It's
you
fun.
asked me that. And let me just share, I had to learn a lesson about that
Okay.
because I thought when I was doing King Kong, I remember thinking like only about, I had all these other things I wanted to do, but I didn't do them because I was like waiting to see what would happen with this thing that I'm doing. Like waiting, like
Yeah.
putting myself on hold artistically because I was like,
Mm.
you know, expectations.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not how I ever want to go about this again. Like the expectations, I think, is how you'll very quickly like lean into misery because things might not go the way you want them to go.
Yeah.
Um, so more so just like being really present
Mm.
and being really engaged in what you're doing and giving it your all, but also listening to yourself to say like, no, I want to write a song right now and put it out. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and do that. Like I
Yeah.
wanna, I have this script. I kind of want to get some friends together to do and like do the thing.
Yep.
And because then it helps if things don't go the way you thought they were gonna go. The expectations weren't so high. So you're not like,
Mm.
you're not like
Yeah.
devastated because it's just you. There's so much that we can't control. I hope I answered the question because it
Oh,
gagged me when you asked it, but I'm like,
oh, I'm glad it just came out of nowhere. I think that was a fantastic answer because it's sort of like follow the feeling. Like in any given day, even if you have a to-do list, if the next thing on it, you're not feeling it,
mm-hmm,
do the one you are
mm-hmm,
because it's better to approach things with that joy and that passion in that
mm-hmm.
moment. And it's so fleeting, right?
Oh my
That if you're
goodness.
holding out for this idea of something, it's never going to match. Even if it has a positive outcome, it's never going to match what was in your head.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. Sometimes I think my brain, like I booked something recently and I'm like, before it even starts, I'm like, I think my brain can psych me so much out of it with expectations that then you show up and you're kind of like, I have imposter syndrome
Yes, yes.
or
It's
something, you know?
yeah, absolutely. Why do we do that?
Yeah.
I think maybe to protect ourselves, to
Yeah.
to like ease the not even the pain, but like the impact of starting something new.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know, but mm-mm.
I think you're right, though. I think listening and being present is the answer because it kind of puts it on the other people. Like
Mm-hmm.
just sort of show up, be curious, and have fun. And
Yeah.
easier said than done, but something I wonder for you from what I know, I've heard a few of the songs, and again, like your voice is just like butter in a cake. It's so beautiful, sugar, butter, flour. I wonder, as you're breaking down these songs, which appear to be a lot of musical monologues in a way,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
how do you go about approaching those as a performer? Do you
Mm.
feel like it's a little different?
Yeah, I do. I do. And only because like I like to treat them, and this is a credit to our director, Tim Jackson always talks about specifically in our show, that even though it is um a solo or a monologue, try to treat it like a duet. Like try it, even if the
Mm,
other person is yourself, if it's an inner thought, like approaching it
yeah.
very clearly with another point of view of another has been like really helpful. And in this show, there's a lot of talking to yourself. I mean, for the most part, but to always think about like, well, what if say I'm talking to myself, but about my sister, like if something's going on with my sister, like, well, what would happen if she heard me? And have like
Mm,
that inner life kind of going on. It's like
yeah.
it's changed how I approach any song, really. That thought.
Yeah.
When he said that, I was like, "Oh, okay, Tim.
That's super cool.
Yeah,
Kindness is a duet. I like
yeah,
that. I think in life, approach it like a duet. Stop
yeah,
thinking about yourself.
yeah." Because like there's somebody
That's
else, even
brilliant.
if like sometimes when we're talking to ourselves and we're all in our head, it's typically like
Hmm.
creating another life that hasn't happened yet. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like we're already
Yeah.
kind of doing it, but we don't think about it that way. You know what I
True.
mean?
I saw this quote recently that I'm going to butcher it, but it was something on Instagram, basically, of course, because that's where we live,
Yeah.
which was like, you can overthink the positive things too.
Oh
And I
my
was like,
goodness, can you? And now it's negative. You're like,
and I'm like, wait, I can overthink the positive things. I can't overthink the positive thing. It's like, no, that's all. Now you're being negative again. It's wild. But I think mindset is so important, especially in this industry, in the throes of a Broadway show. I mean, if your mindset is off, it affects everything. But also, it helps to realize like you could have a bad mindset and just feel like you're phoning it in, and then afterwards, people had the time of their life. So it's sort of like what's going on in our head isn't
It's
reality,
not.
and
It's not.
we
And
can
then
let
if
it.
we're not present, we're thinking about it, That's why it's
I
like we just
know.
got to stay in it. Stay in it.
Yeah.
Because there's only the two of us, we can hear everything that's happening, and it's so
Oh,
hard, obviously, not to react or not react, but like internalize audience response. I
yeah.
remember there was one show in particular. I was like, "Oh, baby, oof, baby, these jokes aren't landing." The girls just
Oh, that's the
get it.
worst.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I was
Yep.
like, "Ooh," and then it ends, and people are on their feet before the blackout even before the lights come up, and after the show, everybody's so kind, and I literally was like, okay, so maybe they were just listening. Like
Yeah.
maybe I should stay present and stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's so true. I know that exact feeling. And even in the audience, if it's a quieter show, sometimes you're afraid to be the one that's very vocal because that's vulnerable too.
Right.
Although,
Yeah.
shout out to my best friend Everton, who's never afraid. He'll be like,
Yeah.
don't go. Like, he's so interactive, which is fun because it gets people going.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's that too. It's like you really need a couple people to be doing that for it to start. And
Every time
if
you
you're
were always
listening,
welcome to
do
come
it.
to Strangers, babe.
Everton, I'm gonna bring Everton. We're gonna have a good time. We'll carry a cake on in. Everton's the best.
Oh, I
Also,
can't wait.
such a talent. Okay, so I thought it'd be fun if we could play a little game.
Oh, okay.
It's called Two Strangers, although I feel like we're friends now. Play a
Yes.
game about cake, and I'm
Okay.
gonna read you. I'm gonna read you a little riddle about iconic cakes featured in pop culture, like TV shows and movies,
Ooh.
and you have to guess which, mostly movies, that they are from.
Oh, this is
Okay.
okay. Oh,
I think it'll be fun. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Oh, I should have. You know what I discovered recently, Christiani? I have a little soundboard here, and I should just play around with that more.
Who wants soundboard? Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that what's like a good? Yeah. Yay! Hey! Hey!
Wait a minute.
Shout out to whoever wrote that. Okay. Oh.
So
Keep it going. Keep it going
Like,
as
the
I
sound
read your
keep-
first riddle. But you know what? They're on in your head, and that's all that matters.
True.
Okay, here's your first riddle.
Ooh, okay.
Bear with me, everybody. I wrote these, and they're not great. Okay. Chocolate cake piled so high it's hokey. A student must finish it or end up in the chokey.
Yeah. Oh, honey, you're brilliant.
Oh,
Matilda.
that's kind. That is Matilda!
Matilda,
Ding, ding,
babe.
ding, ding.
That's Matilda. Eat the Cake. I was gonna say Eat the Cake anime, different movie.
Yeah.
I am
Yes.
Matilda's one of my favorites. I was gonna name my daughter Lavender. So
Oh.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love that for her.
Me
Oh
too.
my gosh.
It didn't make
That's
the cut,
amazing.
but,
That's okay. It all worked out how it's supposed to. That Matilda cake, I've dreamed about that many times. Like eating, like I'm like,
Did
I
you
wish I
wanna
was
eat
forced
it?
to eat that cake. Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to be forced to eat that cake, which is kind of sick as well. But, you know, it looks so good. Bruce.
We're the same because I also used to be like, dang, if I just had a little spoon, Bruce,
I
over
know.
to the side. Like, thank you, Bruce. I'll take a little bite. Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's oozing. There's a restaurant somewhere, I think in Europe, because of course, that I saw on TikTok, and they have the cake and they take it off and it just oozes. I think it's called the Matilda cake, and that's my dream. I gotta get there.
But you know what else? Okay, I know we gotta keep going.
No, we don't.
You know how sometimes people will do something in a film and then they make it look so good.
Yes.
The chocolates that they stole, that Miss Honey and Matilda stole when they.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I am so dramatic that anytime I get a box of chocolates, I'm like,
You pretend.
babe, the trench bolts. I mean,
Okay.
make some taste.
Make a TikTok of that. Like use the sound and just be like, I don't even know, in your dressing room or something. I did this when I was little. This is really embarrassing and weird. But do you know in Willy Wonka when he takes a bite of the flower during the song? And he's like, if you really wish to be, and then he bites it. My mom had a flower that looked like that. And yes, it was made of ceramic. But I was alone one time and I did like take a little nibble. I was like, and it's like a wonder I have a throat, honestly, because
You ate
bleeding on the
nibble.
inside.
You said, glad I did it.
Yes.
Glad I did it.
He said, pure imagination. Don't do it again. Yep. Leave it to the movies. Okay. Anyway.
Little nibble is crazy. Okay.
I'm still crazy. Okay. They're going to get slightly harder,
Ooh, okay.
but Your next one is
Okay.
a birthday spell, a prick to doom us all. This lopsided cake could easily fall.
Harry Potter.
Oh, close.
Okay, wait. Okay, say it one more time.
A birthday spell, a prick to doom us all. This lopsided cake could easily fall.
Oh, wait.
The prick is something. The prick.
Prick is something.
Not as in, people, but
Okay, and I'm over
prick
here
of the
picturing
finger.
at the doctor's office. Okay, what is it? I don't know. It's not Harry Potter?
It's not Harry Potter, but the prick is it sounds like a spindle, right? Something like that.
Okay.
It's Disney.
Okay. Cinderella? No.
No,
You said
close.
What is it?
Sleeping Beauty.
Oh,
That's okay. That was tough.
Baby, we would have been here for 15 hours. I would have named 3 other movie, but
I'm down. Yeah, I know. Well, it's a famous, I guess people love the cake because it's like a lopsided one the fairies make or something.
okay, can I
it
tell
magically
you,
stands
I've
out.
never seen Sleeping Beauty.
Well, it's probably problematic. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but it's a classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good songs. Once Upon a Dream. You could cover that. You would kill that.
Well, let me put it in my
slap.
book. Okay.
Get it in there. 16 bars
Beauty.
next time I
Ooh.
see you.
I'm on a roll.
I think you're going to get some of these. I mean, I know you're going to. Okay. Debbie's character bursts from the cake with a flare, then frosts Lena Lamont in the hair.
Hair? I don't, Lena. No.
This is tough. This is tough. Lena Lamont is one of the characters. Debbie is the actress.
There's a listener right now who is screaming the answer.
That's so
Can
fun,
I
though.
phone a friend? What is
You
it?
can phone a friend.
I don't know. What is
Okay.
it?
Singing in the Rain.
Oh.
I know. I'm sick.
My mom would
that's
get me.
hard.
My mom, that's one of her favorites. Sorry,
That's
Shay.
hard. It's okay. She bursts out of a cake. There's a
Shake's
moment.
screaming. She's screaming. She's screaming.
Shay can cheer because you're going to get this next one.
Okay.
The boy who lives cake is misspelled. Sparks of magic are soon compelled.
Okay, baby. That's my good sis Harry.
That is your sis Harry. Yes.
Harry.
Yes.
Oh,
Come on, Harry Potter.
Oh my goodness.
Yay.
Woo.
Okay.
Stick the landing.
Stick the landing.
Okay.
Medal. Kindness medal. That was Harry Potter. Okay, we have 2 more left. Okay.
This is good.
Oh, thanks. This is kind of fun. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's fun. Eat a slice and grow or shrink. A tricky cake makes you stop and think.
Ooh.
And I do have a hint if you need it.
Give me the hint.
Okay, eat a slice and grow or shrink. A very unmerry cake makes you stop and think.
Is this a film?
This is a movie similar to one that also stumped you.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it
Disney?
Is it James and the Giant Peach? Something about you saying slice.
No, but I loved that movie.
Maybe I love that movie. Okay.
The way I wanted to eat that peach, when they start serving it and it looks like a slushie.
It's exactly what we're talking. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Cutting into it and just taking a little bite and waving at everybody. Yeah.
Yes, and it's dripping. Oh my gosh.
I'm actually worse at this than I thought. I want Sam to play too, because I wonder if he'd be really good at it.
Okay. We'll do this with Sam. This is okay.
It's hard.
Alice in Wonderland.
I should have thought harder.
No,
I would have got that.
That was hard because was it cake or were they cookies? I don't really know. But remember, there's like the birthday scene. And
yes.
It was hard to think of iconic cakes.
It was a cake.
Okay, we got 2 more. This one is hard actually.
You're getting me.
She brings cakes to bars to get a date. Yara Shahidi is looking for a mate.
Is that something about was sons in the title of this film?
No, but it's a new movie.
It's a new movie.
Shout out to Resonate Entertainment because I had a little part in this movie. Actually, that's probably why I put it in here.
Oh well, I'll definitely be seeing it.
Okay, It's actually a really beautiful movie. Yara Shahidi is the star. And everybody, it should be on your list. It's called Sitting in Bars with Cake. And it's based on a
Ooh.
true story. And this girl couldn't get a date. And her friend was going through an illness. And so she started baking cakes and bringing them to bars. And then the guys would be like named after cake. And yeah, it's a cool story.
Wait, I would I want to see that. Sitting in bars.
It'll get you though. Sitting in Bars with Cake. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds.
Two strangers.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like I got to see it.
Well, okay, last one. And I think you probably saw this.
Okay.
And if you didn't, we're going to talk. This will be good. There's no doubt or fire, merely lies. A sloppy, refrigerated disguise.
Ooh. You're like, this one's easy.
Okay, think of the first line. The first line. There's no doubt or fire, merely lies.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, this is good. This is good. Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes.
Specifically the face cake. Oh, that's really good.
That was good. You got it.
Oh, that was.
Yay! And you know what? Christiani, you got most of them, and so you win being a lead in a new Broadway show. Okay? Come on.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus. All right, I'm coming to New York.
Oh, you're coming to New York. Oh,
and I got a cake.
Okay.
Wait, that was really good.
The game, you had fun?
The game was
Yay!
great. The writing was so smart.
Oh,
well, that stumped me. That's good.
Well, it'll be a warm up because I imagine during this press circuit you're probably going to be playing a lot of cake games. So
oh my goodness!
Get your stomach ready and get your mind ready.
And if someone takes that one, I'm going to say,
excuse me. Turn into the A-OK, baby.
Okay.
Well,
did you get those? Yeah, I'll be security guard.
Okay. Most important of all, though, what is your favorite cake? I don't think we broke this down.
Red velvet cake. But
yes.
My aunt used to make it, and I don't like. She used to put, I guess, maybe pecans, some sort of like nut on the outside, but a little bit, not too much. Oh, so it was like crusted. Oh
my gosh.
So red velvet cake, but like that one.
That one.
You know what I mean?
And it was probably made with more love.
Oh yeah, so much love. It wasn't Thanksgiving if she didn't bring that cake. Everybody go home. Yeah, yeah, pack it up.
Yes, maybe I'll come to every show and just like bake a cake in the lobby. Did you ever see Waitress? They used to do that. They used to bake the pies and then serve them. Honestly, I don't know.
So we need to do something like that because that would be
BYOC. Yeah, bring your own cake,
please, and eat and be merry and enjoy.
Yes, we'll make that happen. Okay. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling it'll be sweet either way. And speaking of, how are you, I wonder, sweet to yourself? What is your like kind of like self-kindness routine when you're in a Broadway show? Because that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah. Ooh. Especially a mom, you have other things going on in your life. Like
yeah. For me, it's the prep. I love to get to the theater. When I say hours early, I get there so early. And that prep, like I am so kind to myself in that moment. I've got a very specific like playlist. Like I love making playlists for the characters. I'll blast it in the dress, like have my fake candles going, my aromatherapy. Like that is like by the time the show starts, I've been there for 3 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're comfy.
Yeah. So I think that's how I'm kind to myself because otherwise I think I would get to, I don't like being rushed or anything like that. I get to, so like literally like being physically gentle with my body, my physical warm up, like, ooh.
I get that. Isn't it the worst when no matter how much time you plan, you end up being either like getting there right before or a little late and you're just so frazzled that you're like, and now you gotta go on stage or now you gotta.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Like, yeah.
And it happens, but I mean, it's not a good feeling. Yeah. You're my new kindness role model. I love that. And I have to say a lot of people struggle with that question. And so I think it's really cool that you are kind to yourself and you kind of like know the ways you are.
Yes, I
think
love
that's beautiful.
It. I love it's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing. Yeah.
Well, maybe not your favorite thing, as we addressed earlier, is compliments because we love them, but they can be hard. And I have a surprise game called the Compliment Game for you to play. Basically, I reached out to someone in your life for a compliment about you. I'm going to read it to you, and then you have to guess who said it.
Ooh, okay.
And you can ask me yes or no questions. I don't really know anything, and we'll just say you get 3 guesses.
Mm.
See what happens.
Okay.
Okay? You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, insert cheesy theme song here. Not gonna play it on the soundboard because it's frightening. He didn't book. Okay, it's me.
Everyone's beautiful in their own way. It's the compliment game on the A-OK. It's the compliment game. Bump.
I feel like working in theater, I'm fortunate to meet plenty of vibrant people, but Christiani has a special sunshine that just radiates out of her. In the relatively short time I've known her, I've noticed how she navigates the world with a true generosity of spirit, balancing being a brilliant mom, friend to many, and always a consummate professional. One of my favorite things is the way Christiani includes everyone in her joy and laughter. It's clear that she chooses to see the best in people, and when she's engaging with those around her, she's always really listening. She fully listens, and therefore, she gets to fully connect. It's a really special quality.
Well, Lord have mercy.
I know, that was beautiful.
My goodness. It was me. I wrote that.
I wasn't going to blow up your spot, but when you created that fake email and emailed it to me, I was a little sus. I was sort of like, this is strange, but I'll go with it.
Signed. Wait, that was that. You know, I know why. I know who it was, I think.
Yes.
Because of some of the word choices felt
Okay.
particularly British. Was that Sam?
It was British, but it was not Sam.
It wasn't Sam?
No, but I'm sure Sam feels that way.
Was it Tim?
It was Tim Jackson, yeah.
Yeah, now see, that's gonna make me cry. That's gonna make me cry. Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna get me. Tim
And you
Turner?
talked a lot about listening today, and that's one of the things he picked up on about you is that you're such a good listener. This is beautiful. It's long, too. It's one of the longer ones I've gotten in a long time. I DM'd Tim, thank you, Tim. And right away, it was a yes. Tim was like, and then after Tim sent it, he was like, is this okay? Like, he really wanted it to be good for you. So we appreciate you, Tim. That was lovely.
Can I talk about Broadway's Tim Jackson for a second?
Please talk to us about Broadway's Tim Jackson.
Okay. This man, I'm doing my business hands because I mean business.
I see him.
I have said this.
You are carrying your own cake.
Okay. And it's okay. When
Okay.
I auditioned for Two Strangers, it was the, no exaggeration, best audition I've ever had in my life. Not me, not meaning like that. Damn, I was good. Like not in that way. It was exactly what I would always want something to feel like. It was the room was so gracious. The work was being done. Like we were playing. I left being like, oh, whoa, okay. So that's what those things are supposed to feel like.
Yeah.
It was so good that I always leave auditions, whether they went well or not, being like, I don't know. Like I just never feel like I'm going to get anything. And so I remember thinking like, I got to reach out to this man just to say, you're doing something that is beyond anything I've ever experienced in an audition space. And I really want you to please do that because every actor who auditions for you is going to leave better.
Wow,
and I didn't say it because I was like, okay, big creepy. You know what I mean? Like, okay, weirdo. Like I was like,
I would have the same struggle. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like relax. Like, so I didn't send it. But I wanted to. Then I got a call back. And I was like, didn't say it. I was like, I just was like, I like gave him direct eye contact, like, thank you. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? You like, I was like trying to like.
You're beaming it. You're like, yes,
like
you are nice. Yeah.
Fun. But like, again, didn't want to say anything. And then when I got it, I think I finally communicated to him in the best way I could that like, he is like different. He's different. So Tim he can do all things. He is a musician. He is an actor. He is a dancer. He is a brilliantly kind person. He does all things. And so in that space, he could very easily step on everyone's toes because he knows how to do everybody's job. If not better, right? What he does the complete opposite. He understands everybody on such a real level that he can listen so intently to what this musician is trying to say. communicate it to this actor and then in like this while
Wow.
still doing his job as a director.
Yeah. That's special.
And like all of that is just how he shows up professionally. That doesn't even speak to who his heart is. And you think that like, is it just me? Like, is this our thing? But no, that's how he moves through the world. And when we were closing out Two Strangers, Diane Paulus made it a point to say, I just want everybody here to know, I've been doing this for however many years. Tim Jackson was the first person who wrote a thank you note to every single person in this building.
Wow.
I don't know how long that man was working on those. This man is working.
Yeah.
He's working on multiple shows at one time. He's not based in the States, so he's got, and he's like, I could talk about him for. I'm so happy to know that he feels that way about me, because he is quite literally one of the greatest directors I have ever worked with.
Oh,
probably being one of the best people.
wow.
Won't get me talking about Broadway's Tim Jackson.
I love that. No, let's go. Tim, thank you so much, because we need more kind leaders, especially leaders that make you feel like the leader. The best kind of leaders are the ones that make everybody around them the leaders, and then kind of oversee it. And it's just so heartwarming to see good people like Tim and you win and go to Broadway, because the odds are so thin for this kind of amazing dream to happen. I don't know. I love hearing that, especially the leader, the director, choreographer, is someone who's putting kindness first. And the thank you notes, I mean, if you have arthritis, call us and we'll pay for your appointments or whatever happens with your hands. What is that?
You must. Yeah. I mean, the space is like safe. It's so safe.
Wow.
And it's like fun. We have so much fun in rehearsal. And I remember there's a particular moment in the show that's like really heavy for my character and for me personally. And I couldn't stop like crying. I couldn't really finish. And I was like, sorry. Like I felt like I brought the energy down in the room because we have so much fun. And Tim, not only was he like, don't you dare apologize, but he also was like, take your time, take your space. Do you want to keep going? We don't we can stop it all right now. Like he's different. He's different.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that, Tim. And thank you for noticing that and being that way yourself, because I'm sure a lot of people feel that way about you. And so many more are going to get to see your glory and be anointed by your kindness and your talent.
I'm telling y'all, those who know, and they're going to hear, there are phrases in this. It's an anointed show. Period. It leads.
I can't wait to see it.
Light, but there are phrases in there. There are musical phrases that you're like, oh, now wait a minute. What was that? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
This was meant to be. I can't wait to see the show and hear that and watch you all shine. And as we, go about our day and carry things with us, which I think is probably another amazing aspect of the show, because it's not really about carrying the cake, right? It's about carrying other things.
Yeah.
What is something you would like for listeners out there to carry with them in the world in regards to kindness? Is there a tangible kindness tip that you would want everybody to do on their own corner just to try and contribute to building a kinder world?
Yes. I would encourage people to know that everybody's doing the best they can, even if it doesn't look like it, that we're all out here trying to survive and thrive. And the way times are set up right now, it's giving survival. It's giving we're all literally just trying to make it. And so if you have a day where like you have a little more capacity than just making it, and you can leave with a little more love, like a little more curiosity of like, how's your day really going? Because we are all just trying to do the best we can right now,
Yeah, I love that so much, because I feel like "how are you" has been lost in the sense of maybe it's sort of like one phrase, "Hi, how are you?" But no one really answers honestly.
Oh, God.
And if you do, it's kind of weird maybe. So I like that, because it reminds us that these are really hard times, but if you have the extra energy, it gives back to you to like connect with somebody else, and it actually could refuel you and give you even more energy. So it's not the reason to do it again, but it is a bonus. And I think that's a great tip. Thank you. Yeah. And thank you just so much for your time. I've loved getting to know you and talk to you. I think you have such a beautiful light and energy. Not only are you talented and a star, but you're a kindness star, and I'm really glad that there's going to be young performers getting to look up to you.
Thank you.
You seem like such a great role model, and your daughter's so lucky to have you. So
Wow.
thanks for
You.
being here.
Thank you. And ditto, I'm so happy to know you now. I can't wait to like get together outside of this. Like in
I would love that.
we got I mean, I feel like we gotta do something.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. And you are also so incredibly talented. I'm very inspired by watching you like use your gifts in all these different lanes. Like I'm so inspired by that.
Thank you. That's so kind.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll take that in. I'm also really bad at taking compliments, even though I ask it every episode. I'm like, thank you, but you're awesome. But like, I'm gonna sit with that throughout the day, and that means a lot to me. So thank you.
You're so welcome.
This was lovely.
Until next time, remember, everything is gonna be A-okay.